Hey guys, how's it going? So I'm going to be reading chapter 27. So I had downloaded chapter 27 and kind of reintroduced myself because I haven't made any videos in a while, and it got deleted off my laptop. So I'm making on my iPad, which is what I did originally, and switched over to my iPad to make almost all of the other videos. So I guess just to introduce myself, um, the dog's much bigger. You're going to see the dog in a bunch of videos. You're going to see the sun in my face, everything. Like, I can tell you the future right now. So that's pretty cool to have a video like that. I got up until chapter 40, so that's really cool. Something different was I'm reading like 2 chapters at a time. I also want to say my summer was really good. I got to kind of have a break. A lot of things kind of have changed. I'm in school right now. Things are going really good. I'm on top of everything. It's like September. The weather's getting a little colder. Everything. I have my hair out and everything. It's all grand. Yeah, my puppy. He's like now 10 months. He was much smaller last time I made these videos. And also I had gotten confirmation from my friend that she's going to edit the book. I want to say into my making videos after this chapter, I was kind of being hard on myself about the grammar and everything like that. But at the end of the day, this is what I made. This is what came out of me. No matter how much it needs to be edited, no matter how much it needs to be changed, it's something that I created, and I respect it and I love it, and I would like to share it with you guys. My friend did say you do need to work on like tense. You need to let me know if you want to be doing it in prose or if you want it to be a book, etc., etc. I will work on the tenses with her, but in regards to it being a book or being prose or whatever, like it is what it is. It, like, even when I wrote it, I didn't think it was prose to begin with, kind of thing. I'm writing it with my own rules, like I said, in regards to where I put periods, where I put commas, etc. It's all in that type of form, everything like that. So at the end of the day, I'm willing to help make it grow and things like that. But at its rawest form, at its purest form, this is what I made. I'll go into this chapter, and I hope you guys listen to the other ones. I hope you guys comment or ask me any questions, and that you guys like them. So I'll just jump into it. So chapter 27 is called Bleeding Heart. It starts off like this. Get away from her, you pig. River faced him. If I were you, I'd listen. He got up and stood his ground by his wife's barely conscious side. I'm not afraid of you two. His confidence was turning my stomach. Is that right? I smiled. Baby, get up. We have to go. She slowly got up, and the blood from the back of her head smeared his arm like a paintbrush. I watched them in amusement. He walked to the closest door, holding her, protecting her. I watched them in amusement, and I followed. I followed quietly. When I got close enough, I closed my eyes, searched for her neck in my darkness. I grasped and heard every bone crack in her. And I opened my eyes and watched as her body fell to the ground with grace. Then I slammed his body next to the wall, and he turned around to me in shock. A tear shed from his closed eyes. I walked close to him and kissed his neck, then whispered in his ear, "The door is locked, you idiot." I took a razor from my pocket and grazed it across his chest ever so lightly. Then I deepened the pressure. As I went lower and lower, he pushed me off again, and without any warning, River walked up and slit his throat. Then he grabbed him by the neck. Blood seeped from the space between his fingers. He tightened his grasp. Then River threw him on the floor. He walked over to my distracted body, smitten by the art that was just performed. Then he picked me up. He held me and watched the father bleed out, the blood creating an image of a heart just for me on my day. So this section, I really liked it. I said I was pretty surprised that I hadn't had finish off with chapter 27, seeing as it was like a section. You'll see later on that the videos are kind of like little sections. Anyways, I had said in the previous, I use this chapter, the parents that, the killing of the parents that kill their parents, their children, quite often, because I kind of believe that it was like kind of what the book was about to me. That Aelin and River killing bad people and like kind of having sex or being like somewhat sexual in the center of it all. But it kind of held the premise. And again, I really like Drusilla and Spike for Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and that's kind of what I'm thinking of and things. I love like this scene of it, the smear of the paintbrush. He stood next to his barely conscious wife's side. I like that her body fell to ground with grace, almost like, okay, she's choked out, but like instead of her thudding to the floor, there's this like grace with it. So almost like a scene you'd slow down or something. And then like River just coming in, like killing him, just and like drop. And then there's like something to represent her birthday. I also had stated that I used this in SpeechCom. I had to shorten this section quite a bit to fit maybe like, I don't know, anywhere from like say a 5-minute to like a 20-minute presentation, one of those numbers. So I did have to condense it. I use I a lot. My friend who's helping me edit the book says that I use I too often. Again, I like it. I like the tone of it. I feel when I say it in my voice, it doesn't matter or something like that. But again, I'm willing to take in all of her criticism or all of her points and put them into a book where I see necessary, or put into maybe a book that I give to other people and I keep this. I don't know. So we'll see. Yeah, so with that chapter, I don't have that many notes about it and everything. It, again, like I said, it's more or less the premise that I wanted to get across. I'll end the video here. So thank you. I hope you enjoy the future videos. Thanks. Bye.